Hey everyone, so it's been a little bit since we've done an intro, and so we just want to talk about our Podbean. We're constantly putting up pictures of our characters and our stats and everything and our new players that we're doing, so you can always check out Podbean. You can always rate us on iTunes because we're up there and we're kind of slacking on the reviews, so please do that. If you want to get in contact with us, you can always check us out on our Facebook page or email us at losersofinitiative@gmail.com. And Patreon for anyone that thoroughly enjoys what we do and want to support us and also get access to bonus stuff, our fireside chats, early episodes, t-shirts we're starting to roll out with. So check us out at patreon.com. Thanks, guys.
The light returns as you find yourself waking up in your bodies. You are Grug and you are Ovac again.
Hooray!
Yay!
Yes. And you find yourself in an underground room. It's like perhaps a storage room of some sort, but it's very clean, very neat. Maybe a religious storage room of some kind. And there is a solid door in front of you, and there's torches on the walls that are lit.
Is it natural?
It is you're in a natural cavern underground. But it's definitely been shaped and decorated
As a room.
Okay,
Okay.
right. So it's very neat and organized. It's not like you're in like a prison room or an orc room or something.
Hooray!
But you are by yourselves.
I'm gonna hug myself. Wait, like alone? Separate rooms?
No, you're by yourselves
both of us
together.
Okay. I'm gonna hug myself. Then I'm gonna hug Ovac.
Yeah, I'm gonna hug Grug as well.
Hug Grug?
Yeah, hug Grug.
And now I'm taller again. Hooray!
Do I have my hammer?
Yes, all of your equipment is on you.
All right, that's all I care.
That's it. Okay. You just
Sweet.
hug Greg and then spend much more time hugging your hammer.
Yeah. I look at it and I just like longingly pet it, and I'm like, oh,
It kind
I
of
missed you.
gives a little glow when you pick it, when you hold it in your hand.
Just a nice light, like little fire glow. And I was like, it's basking in
I'm
its
gonna go
warmth.
check the door while he does
And you feel Moradin's presence again.
weird things.
Oh man, I am just filled to the brim with excitement.
All right, so you go to the door. It is a very heavy, reinforced door, wooden door.
Locked?
It doesn't appear to be.
I'm gonna check it.
So you.
I'm gonna check it for traps.
Okay, let me roll some dice. Yeah, you don't find any traps.
There's no
Greg.
traps there.
And if there were, you would have set them off. So.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if it's locked.
It is not. You just open it up.
I'm gonna open it just a little bit and peek in there and see.
You're
if
not gonna
there's-
like put your ear to it and see if
I'm
anyone's...
not that smart. I'm just gonna just crack it a little bit and peek in there. Just
Okay.
one eyeball.
You
kinda
see-
shift and
As you open it a little bit, you look in and you see that there is a what looks like a temple, an underground temple, and there are several figures milling about. They're all drow, all dark elf.
which I guess is good.
Is it?
I mean, it's supposed to be because
I
they're
mean,
the ones.
what if we're just hanging out with bad dudes and they want us to do bad things
Yeah.
for the
Did-
glory of God?
Does it not seem interesting to you guys at all that the reason I stayed behind was because I could transport you, but I'm not there?
Zerosi always disappears though. I feel
Okay, no, that's fine.
Yeah,
I
he
just
may
wanted
be
to-
there. You just
Yeah.
I actually I've just been invisible waiting.
Yeah, the whole time.
What? It's been 30 seconds.
Yeah. Do they look angry at all?
No, they don't seem to notice you, but they're just going about, like, many of them are praying, and it's weird, like, the sort of ones that seem to be praying are, like, swaying, and their arms are in the air. It's like they're doing some sort of interpretive dance, and there's lots of quiet singing going on as well.
Okay, I'm going to close the door quietly.
Okay.
And I'm going to relay that to Ovac, I guess. Grug does not know what the hell is going on.
Does it look like that fleshy area with the ladies giving birth? Is it like
That's
that?
actually the first thing I thought of when they were wiggling. Is there sperm coming from the ceiling? That's our go-to.
No, it just smelled heavily of incense, but no. I mean, it's very clean, very
Yeah, we don't see Zerosi, and we don't see
Orion, Fex, or Lucius.
Fex or Lucius. Okay. I don't know, Nate. What do you think? We're supposed to be protected, so they're like their people, but what if they're the bad of their people,
Yeah, and I mean,
and they don't know we're here?
well, there was never like a group of them like this amount of
That's true.
people. So
Correct.
like that's what's throwing me off is, and like who are they worshiping?
Right? What if it's the bad lady? I don't remember her name.
Lilith.
Loth. Lilith. That'll do.
Lilith, yeah, they're having a concert, a folk concert,
Yeah.
showing up in their outbacks.
I just thought of Lilith from Borderlands.
Oh, yeah. I thought the Lilith fair, you know. Anyway,
Age gap. So, let's go ahead, and I guess Nate's going to go out and talk to one of them.
no, you're going to volunteer. Go for it, Ovak.
Yeah, I'm just gonna open the door and like pretend to be like yawning, like I just woke up.
Well, you did, technically, but...
Yeah, but I'm gonna make it like that I haven't been like here listening to and seeing and
Do you
for like the last.
do you like mess up your hair so you have bedhead? Kind of.
Yeah, and
Don't
I
you
just
have a
like,
helmet on?
I don't know. Do
Do
I?
you?
No, it's
No, not really, no.
If he did, it's not on you.
Okay.
You would have to put it back on.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna open the door and like stretch out my arms and yawn.
Okay.
What are you guys doing?
You don't even get that far. You
Okay.
open the door and kind of start to go through stretching, and you are noticed. And immediately all of the whatever they're doing stops, and they all turn and look at you with like surprise, happy looks on their face. And they just start speaking to each other in a language that you do not understand. It sounds very like every sentence they say seems just like one long tongue twister word. You know, and stuff like that. You're like, okay, they must be speaking Drow to each other. But they're very excited and very positive and happy, and a couple of the Drow come over to you and actually kind of start looking at you and patting you, and you know, and one of them in very rudimentary common, very difficult common, is like, "You good?"
And what's up? And I just finger gun at him. We have done well. We are back.
You have been oh, apparently they're all Arabic now.
Yeah.
The finger gun's from one of the only people in this world who's heard of a gun.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, and apparently some of them had ran out of the room to get others because more start coming in, and you immediately recognize Arion and Zerosi coming in together.
At this point, you see just Grug's like eyes in his forehead peeking around the door, and then he's like sees everybody. He's like, oh, comes out all prancing around like, oh yeah, I'm good. I did it. I'm awesome. Patting Novak on the back and waving to everybody.
Yeah, and
He
I
likes
just start.
the attention.
I just start clapping my hands, and I'm like, "This Grug, he is number one."
They know who I am, obviously.
Yeah, but I'm just letting them know that.
They got posters of me up on the wall.
All right. But yeah, you hear several of them starting to speak common now toward each other and toward you, saying that, you know, the defenders have awoken, and the defenders are back, and they're alive and well, ready to. They're going to stop the evil and save us. And as Orion and Zerosi are now approaching.
Yeah, I'm gonna come up very happily, you know, try and we never established whether we were hugging or not back before, but
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah,
I'll give you a hug.
yeah.
Be careful, though. Zerosi's kind of small, and you're
Yeah.
definitely big.
Oh no, that's why I like it. And then I'm going to go in for an Arian hug.
it's been too long. As you know, going for the hug.
Grug wonder where we are. Sir Zerosi, pat him on the head twice. Bop, bop.
We are in the Underdark at an outpost of the drow, these ones are controlled by the followers of Illustrati. So you were brought here to keep your bodies safe in the time that you were gone, as information was gathered about the movements of the followers of Loth.
Well, it appears you have done well guarding us, because we are still alive, so thank you for that.
Grug does have a small question.
Yes?
Grug at one point felt very not alive. Does Zerosi know about that?
I don't know. You've been fine this whole time.
Grug think maybe it was gas.
It probably was. I mean, you were just unconscious, I guess. I mean...
he was definitely dead in that.
Yeah, when you checked me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe by the grace of God, you were brought back.
Or Moradin.
Or Morden, yeah.
Yes. My God, Morden.
The one and only. There is no other.
In my book, yes, there's only one. So, I'm just wondering, how much time has gone by?
It has been a year and a half since you guys...
Okay, it does not feel like it's been that long
Yeah.
for us.
I think that talking about what has happened and what we've discovered, we should probably find we don't need to have that conversation just right in the middle of this crowd.
Right in the middle of all this, Grug's going to open his britches and see if there's any grays that have appeared in this year and a half.
Nope.
It's been a very stressful year and a half.
But apparently you either don't grow hair or anything, or they've been keeping you well trimmed.
Grug is going to look questionably at Zerosi, but we'll save that for our private room we're going to.
Zerosi specifically keeping not eye contact.
Yeah.
So Arion is very interested in knowing what happened. She's like, what realms did you? I would be very interested in hearing about your adventures and the places that you've been to.
Grug, follow Arion.
And so I'm just gonna tell Arion about our adventure so far. And I mean, does it feel like it's been a year to us?
No, to you guys, no. It's probably been, I don't know, Mutants and Masterminds was probably
like 4 days.
3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
Then we had Ice Age. That was probably about 3 or 4 days. And then Toon, you didn't really have days. It just sort of faded in and out.
5 days, I guess, if you consider each one
so
a
yeah,
day.
at most 2 or 3 weeks.
All right, are we in a room then? Do we?
Yeah, you guys go
step out of.
basically another one of those side rooms from this little temple place of worship thing.
How big is this place? Like in the main area, is it?
Like the big temple?
Yeah.
It's probably about 60 feet by 20 feet, so it's not huge, but it's definitely large. It's a large room with several other rooms coming off of it.
So I guess I'll ask. Grug wonders what happened here.
And Arion kind of looks like she was about to start speaking. Then she says, "I believe it would be better left to Zerosi." And she kind of smiles at Zerosi.
But Grug wonder if you've been touching Grug's lady.
Do you actually say that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then she kind of gets a shifty eye look as she looks back at Zerosi again.
Well, a lot has happened in the time that you've been gone.
Grug's gonna stay and defend. Next jumps.
And since then, Arion and I have actually gotten married.
Oh, I hate everything about it.
And have a child.
Oh, it's the worst. The worst. Well, now I got nothing to fight for.
And darkness takes over.
Yeah.
Just like that. Suddenly, everything poofs out of existence.
We should mention, too, Brad surfed the interwebs and found a picture of Arion. So
yeah,
we will.
we're going to put, the closest likeness I could get to her. Most of the images on the internet are of drow priestesses are all Loth. And I'm like, I need one that's not Loth because Arion hates Loth. So,
Right.
So check it out. It's going to be up on our spot.
Facebook and Podbean. So anyways, so now I'm upset. I'm going to turn around and go stand in the corner for a minute.
Yeah, as he walks by, I'm going to pat him on the back.
Yeah.
Maybe we will find you a lady in another realm. I don't know.
He had a kid in Ice Age.
Yeah. And a lady, so to speak.
But a pretty lady.
Yeah.
Also, while you were gone, we focused on finding more information. And we have news of Neeb's whereabouts.
Ooh.
As well as possibility for who has been really behind a lot of the instances in this world. We have found that Neeb is being held at the Hall of King Snur of the Fire Giants, but it's possible that while he's sending out many more raids of the Fire Giants and his activity is really spiked, we've discovered that one of the high priestesses of Loth may actually be the one pulling the strings. Eklavdra, the high priestess of Loth, and head of the knights who serve Loth. Do you remember the armor that we found that looked like the Darksong Knights? This belonged to one of the members of the Loth following. And so they may be controlling the... And so... Now I'm getting all messed up. It's been so long.
I'm confused, but I don't care. I'm in the corner. I'm upset.
But you guys, before you left, Arion recognized that armor...
That was while they were still there.
Yeah, Arion recognized that the armor was not of Elistrae Dark Elves, but of Loth's Dark Elves.
Right. It looks similar.
And she was going to look more into it and find out more, which Zerosi's, in his own special sweet way, is trying to relate to you.
Right.
So we believe it could be that Neeb is being taken to the Dark Elves at the Fire Giants Keep for them to study and attempt to come up, find more information, because he has been on one of these jumps with us. And who knows what they may be doing to him. Arion, Fex, Lucius, and I went to one of the Fire Giant encampments and gathered this information, and we were actually just preparing to set off to the Hall of King Snur to attempt to rescue Neeb.
Okay, hang on. So Neeb was with us in Boot Hill. Then we jumped, he came back. So what they kidnapped him in between us being at Boot Hill then?
Yeah, they took his body.
Okay.
When you came back,
he was gone.
From Boot Hill, he was gone, and so was Arion. Because Arion, the giants, the Hill Giants, because when you jumped, you were in the Hill Giant basement.
Right. And then when we came back,
when
we were in the
when
cave.
you jumped, while your bodies were there and Arion, Fex, and Lucius were protecting you, the Hill Giants attacked. And Arion basically sacrificed herself and got captured along with Neeb, so that while Fex and Lucius carried Grug and Ovak's bodies to safety.
Right, and then they traded him off to the Fire Giants.
Correct. They took the Hill Giants took both Arion and Neeb's body to the Frost Giants. The Frost Giants decided to keep Arion because for fun, and and obviously there was somebody else involved besides Frost Giants because they recognized the importance of this catatonic boy. Something was fishy about it because his soul was there, but his mind wasn't, kind of thing, or vice versa. And so they sent him off to the Fire Giants. Okay. And that's all you knew before.
Right, okay. I couldn't remember that whole chunk.
And then with the expeditionary force of Fex, Lucius, Arion, and Zerosi, while you guys were gone this last time, they went to Fire Giant places and found out more of the story, and that is what he told you.
Okay.
But I knew how heartbroken Ovak was over Neeb's disappearance, and so more information had to be gathered.
Yes, and thank you for gathering that information. I mean, there's giants, which I hate giants, and Neeb is missing. That's all I really care about.
Oh.
Sorry, Grug.
Grug's double heartbroken.
Grug goes into the fetal position on the floor and starts weeping.
Grug doesn't like this place anymore.
We've also potentially uncovered more information about the growing black orb in Istavan. It appears that is part of Loth's plan that has been being implemented alongside Eklavdra's plan And it is believed that Loth is influencing the world and has cast this there, and when it grows to a certain size, that everything within that will be transported to Loth's domain in the abyss.
Grug wonder what the hell a Clavda is.
So, a Clavdra
I'm still turned around. I'm not talking. I'm not looking at him right now.
Okay.
A Clavdra, as I mentioned, is a high priestess of Loth. She was initially just a priest of Loth who converted to the other major following of the Dark Elves, who follow the Elder Elementals, and rose in ranks very quickly there and was beginning to plot an attack on the world above, the rest of Greyhawk, to spread the darkness into that realm. And then Loth's followers attacked and wiped out her forces, but she managed to escape. And then Aklavda reconverted back to Loth, who overall only cares about ambition and power. And because of her strength when following the Elder Elementals, became a high priestess of Loth then, and is now implementing the same plan, but under Loth's name. And Loth has added in taking Istavin and making it become part of Loth's domain in the Abyss.
Follow that at home.
I feel like a flapjack.
Okay, hang on a second.
You leave Zerosi alone for a year and a half.
Yeah. He's off screwing my good chicks. And whatever. He's talked about some other stuff, but I don't remember what he talked about.
Flip flop. That's all I remember. Like, might as well go to the pool.
All right. So I don't even know where to begin.
There's a lot to take in, and there's a lot to...
So she...
There's like 3 she's. Which one?
The Clavdra.
It collapses.
Okay.
She is directly under Loth now
Yes.
as like a lieutenant. Wouldn't that be like a lieutenant?
She's a high priestess of Loth.
Wasn't she always under Loth, though?
From
different factions?
From your knowledge, yes. But it turns out that she wasn't. At one point, she was an enemy of Loth.
Gotcha.
Because she was serving the Elder Elemental Gods. But after her faction was defeated by the forces of Loth, Loth took her back under her wing.
Gotcha.
Loth has wings. Ha, mark that down.
She's a goddess. She has whatever she wants. Right, and then basically because she was so powerful and wicked, Loth said, "I like you." And Loth doesn't care about loyalty.
Right.
And
so now she's basically the big evil bad boss that exists on our plane. Like we've seen kind of a leader bad guy in each plane. She would basically be that one of Greyhawk.
There you go.
For lack of a better term.
And she has a symbol.
And I was just going to say, is her symbol the calligraphy Y?
Yes.
Starts with a Y?
Nope.
Oh.
But that's her symbol.
Why?
It just looks... It's a symbol, like the S on Superman.
Because he's Superman, it starts with S.
No, that's his symbol.
That's a bad example.
For his house.
Try again. What? Okay. Right. So, what else have you done then, apparently?
We pretty well covered it.
The baby?
I mentioned the baby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Leave you alone for 1.5 years. So, now Nate will explain to Ariane what we saw. And action.
I just tell her what we saw.
Okay, that's fine. That'll work.
And scene.
Wait a minute. I didn't know. I tell them everything that happened in the last year and a half.
Well, they don't have listeners that listen to it.
Cut. Nope. That was... There you go.
All right. So, after you are shown about the place, you're taken around the little outpost, and it is in the Underdark, which means you are approximately half a mile to a mile underground in a huge cavern complex. It is the realm of the Dark Elves, as well as several other nasty denizens. But because the servants of Elestrae, the Dark Song Knights and the Sword Dancers and all these people, they've kept this part very clear of the bad guys, and they have a direct exit to the surface. You do, with your interactions with the general populace of this little outpost, which it's not very many. There's only about 50, but through conversations and dialogues and hanging out just for a day or two, you're asking tons of questions, and they're asking tons of questions. You guys are basically referred to as a group as the Defenders.
Oh, okay.
That's what they've started calling your jumping group. And you find out that the two main tenets of Elestrae, her two major founding principles of the followers of Elestrae, are one, battle Loth. So that kind of worked out conveniently that Loth was the bad guy here. So they have the Dark Song Knights, which is a sub-faction within the followers of Elestrae. Their sole purpose is to fight Loth. That's all they do. They focused on fighting Loths and plans and followers and schemes. That's what they do. The other major factor or purpose of all followers of Elestrae is the integration of the Dark Elves back onto the surface world. A peaceful coexistence with all other races on the surface world. That's what they're striving to do. And that's why, kind of, I guess, I don't want to speak for Zerosi, but that's why Zerosi seems to fit in really well with these guys, because Zerosi's background is that of, he is a high elf, okay? But he's been at odds with the high elves. He has good intentions, but a lot of his deeds and actions that he's done have been sort of frowned upon, but he's done these with the best of intentions, and he's sort of had a falling out with his people, but he still is good, sort of like these drow. If you look at the followers of Elestrae, they are very anti-drow. They have sort of a falling out with the drow, but their goal is to get all drow, back to the surface in peaceful coexistence. So really, they're fighting for good of the drow, but the drow are resisting because they're so much controlled and under the influence of Loth and the elder elemental gods, which are very evil and directing the drow directly to be evil and all this stuff. And the followers of Elestrae are trying to break free of that and sort of break the yoke, free the drow from the evil servitude that they've been under since their creation, pretty much. So, and side note, you also find out that Elestrae, the goddess, the demi-goddess or goddess Elestrae, is the daughter of Loth. Surprise, surprise.
So it's like a teenage rebellion age. Yep. Damn teenage girls and their
Okay, so
teenagery.
You guys kind of, Ovac, you probably still don't trust him fully, just because.
Not at all.
Right. But Grug, you understand. Having all that stuff I just said kind of makes you sympathize with them a bit.
I don't know that I ever really cared in the first place.
Right. People are people to you.
Yeah, it doesn't really
You don't see
matter.
color. You don't see race.
Yeah.
And besides,
Grug sees heights.
With how hot she is, you are just immediately swayed.
Shut up. You're not allowed back here anymore.
You're looking at his wife, dude. Stop looking at his wife.
Oh, I'm going to touch her butt when I get a chance. Fight me, punk.
Well, it's been a year and a half. He's level 30 now.
Damn.
You don't know what items I've come up with.
I just got to get one good hit on him. I think I'll be all right.
Yeah, he's level 30, but he still has 24 hit points.
Yeah. Get one good hit on him.
All right. So the plans have been laid out. You kind of reintroduced to Fex and Lucius, who are there. And they say that why they weren't there before, where they had to go, was what was called the Run, which is a sort of a reverse migration, a reverse holy journey, because it's every so often, every set amount of time, it varies depending on your rank and position within Elestrae's cult or group or whatever. But the Dark Song Knights, which they are both members of, have to go on what's called a run, which is where they go to the surface world and go about doing basically random acts of kindness, to simplify it, in the name of the drow. And they can't take any disguises or any different forms, or they can't, they have to do good things and let it be known that it's the drow doing the good things. And more often than not, they are still punished and persecuted, but they still have to do it anyway. But that's what they were forced to do, and they don't have a choice. They had to do it. So, but that's done now. They had, and they're back. And they
So now they get to come out and play with us.
Yay!
Yay! But still, the fact that they were forced to do nice things, I don't like that.
That's a good point. That's a good point, Nathan. They should enjoy it.
Yeah.
Those bastards. All right.
Well, they did so willingly, but it was their due. Their time had come. They signed up for this. All right.
No
so
backpedaling here.
So what the plan is well, I'll tell you. The original plan was for Arion, Zerosi, Lucius, and Fex to go to the Hall of King Snur to try and rescue Neeb and find out more intelligence about what's going on with, King Snur and Eklavdra, and what's the relation here, what's going on. Well, with your return, that frees up, basically now you can do a two-pronged group attack kind of thing. Arion, Lucius, and Fex, being Drow Elves, are going to try and get information from the main Dark Elf city, as well as information generally in the Underdark about the goings-on and the schemes and the plots and schemes are the same thing, of the Drow and Loth and the Eklavdra and all that. Where you three, not being Drow, so you would have a much harder time doing that in the Underdark, running around and seeing even, are going to go investigate the Hall of King Snur. So basically you're dividing up into two groups. The three Drow are going to go stay in the Underdark to get information, and the three non-Drow are going to go up and infiltrate King Snur's hall.
Grug says point to where the sword needs to swing.
To Snur.
Snur.
Well, Zerosi's going to look at Grug. I don't know if he's looking at me yet, but
no eye contact has been made.
we will leave first thing in the morning. That gives me one last evening with my wife and child.
You just had to rub that in.
I'm gonna drive my sword right through his heart. Right through it.
Do you even want to see the child?
No.
What if it looks like you?
Well, that would be confusing.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's a twist and a half.
What did you do to my body?
Yeah. Yes, yeah, I don't know.
She just had a night with you.
Yeah.
While with Zerosi.
Yeah, while I was sleeping, unconscious.
Maybe that's why Zerosi.
It was
has
a random
kept you
act.
clean so well.
It was a
because there
random act
some-
of kindness.
Random act of kindness. Lucius did all the grunt work.
No, Lucius and Fex did their random act of kindness with Ovac.
Yeah. This is a dangerous place we are. More dangerous than any of the other worlds we've been to.
Yeah, can we go back to those places?
All right. Yeah, we'll leave first thing in the morning.
All right, so during the course of the evening, the dinner meal and all that stuff, which is delicious roasted lizard and mushrooms.
We didn't really eat food anywhere else, so yeah, it's all the same.
Yeah, I like mushrooms.
Okay.
And these are elves that are actually preparing some kind of animal for you.
For you, yeah.
You don't get to talk, Zerosi.
But yeah,
you are to be quiet this whole first episode.
Arion brings out a beautiful little baby girl.
Greg doesn't care. It's a girl. Pff, of course it is.
What?
Would you like to introduce our daughter to your friends?
And I'll go ahead and take her and walk up to Grug.
I'm going to try and trip him.
With the baby.
The baby.
Yeah.
The baby's like 2 months old.
It's petty, but I'm going to do it. It's worth it.
His dexterity is 19. He jumps your foot easily.
Damn. Fine, I'll look at the stupid baby.
Okay.
And this is Loren.
You forgot your own daughter's
I
name?
almost said it wrong. Well, I mean, she got named like 10 minutes ago.
Forgot your own daughter's name. Dad of the year.
This is my daughter. Yep.
This is Zerosi's daughter.
Yeah.
Lauren.
Loren.
Just put a different emphasis on it.
Lauren.
Yeah.
Not Lauren.
It's Lauren. Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
But anyway, so there you go. And it's a cute little drow baby. Half drow.
Does it have Zerosi's eyes?
Yeah, and it's not giving him back either.
Yes.
But it is, it is a very pretty baby because Zerosi's very pretty and Arion's very pretty, and they made it a little pretty baby.
Yeah, she's all right. I don't know. She's like a 2 out of 10 on my scale now.
You're trying to
She clearly just gets around the room, if you know what I mean. Not my kind of girl. So,
You know how close you were to staying behind?
no, yeah. Nah. Not my kind of girl. I don't know.
All right. So after a night of Zerosi and Ovac comfortable sleep,
Yeah.
Grug has just tossing and turning, like, why?
Yeah. Maybe a murder dream.
I hear him weeping throughout the night and just roll over and drink some beer and go back.
But yeah, you wake up in the morning and it is hard to tell it's morning because you're underground. The only light you have is there's some luminescent fungi on the wall, but the main light sources in each room, there's a ball of continual light that is basically covered up with a sheet to simulate nighttime and removed to simulate daytime. And they're doing that. Now, normally dark elves don't do that because they have ultravision, which allows them to see really, really well. I mean, like dwarves and regular elves, and a lot of races have sort of low light vision, which allows them, their eyes adjust really quickly and they almost normal vision. Dark elves have what's called ultravision. Ultravision basically means you don't need any light whatsoever and you can see very well. You just see everything with sort of a purplish tint to it, but you can see very well. It's basically no light vision.
Yeah.
But they've done these orbs of continual light and, all this stuff to accommodate other races because, once again, that's what Elistray is all about, is equality of opportunity for all. Not to sound...
Not for all. Anyways, okay. Grug got no opportunity.
You had an opportunity,
No.
You decided to leave.
We're moving on.
You decided to let Zerosi
I'm not
stay
dwelling
behind.
on this for the whole episode. But I am, but I'm not.
Casualties
But
of
we
war.
had- we
Your
had-
love.
We had very equal opportunity to who would stay behind.
I'm going to give you an equal opportunity kick to the balls.
To the behind.
To the to the behind.
There you go. Equal opportunity, you're behind. All right. So you are approached, all right, Arion's team and Zerosi's team are going to go take out to their respective places. Because remember, these people have lived with Zerosi for a year and a half.
Right. And has Zerosi scouted this place out? Like, do you know what we're going into?
Like the Hall of King Snur?
Yeah. No idea. Okay.
No, I went to one of the other fire giant strongholds. That's how we have the information we have. But
Right. But not this one specifically.
Not specifically.
Okay.
that was what was about to happen.
Right.
And then you guys interrupted it.
Yeah. That's what we did.
I was gonna get another nice journey.
Terrible flesh bags.
Yeah. That's all we are.
It could have been him and Arion going off on an adventure together
Yeah,
again.
it could have been. And then hopefully Zerosi would die by another swinging axe. We shouldn't have used that potion back in episode 12 or whatever when he dies.
Was it even? I thought it was
Yeah, it was
6.
probably 7 or 8. Yeah. God. What idiots we are.
I don't care. I'm happy he's around, but I also feel your
You gonna
pain.
make me hate you two now? Huh?
No.
You gonna make me pick sides? All right, so we're going to Snurs.
Okay. Off to King Snur's lair you go. Now, it is obviously on the surface. You're going to go up to the surface and then travel across the Hell Furnaces. That is the name of the mountain range that King Snur's lair resides in, is the Hell Furnaces, a volcanic range of mountains south of the Crystal Mist where you've been. So it's quite a ways, basically, quite a ways south of from where you guys are, or where you guys knew you were last. And as you emerge to the surface, it does take about, most of a day's travel through windy passageways with steady upslopes. As the crow flies, you're only maybe 3/4 of a mile underground, but traversing that distance was quite the feat that took most of a day as you emerge onto the surface into natural sunlight. Oh,
Are you telling me they didn't install
Elevators? Yeah.
for disabled people? I thought the equal opportunity for all.
It was ramps. There
Oh,
were no
handicap ramps.
stairs, but it was ramps. It was basically a day's travel up a handicap ramp.
And Zerosi needs them. All right, so
After I get kneecapped.
yeah. Are we? So do we know where we're at when we return to the surface?
Yeah, when you emerge, actually, Zerosi is very familiar with the area around, this outpost because he's spent a year and a half here, and he quickly directs you the direction you need to travel. When you emerge, you are in a mountain range. You are in.
Oh, okay.
You're basically in the southern Crystal Mist Mountains. So you just have it's going to be about a week's travel south through the mountains until you get to the Hell Furnaces. And Zerosi leads on. He knows the way. Trust and follow your friend Zerosi.
Trust and follow Zerosi, my guide for this adventure. No longer a friend. Once removed.
Yeah, I believe, Grug, did you call dibs on Arya?
I did. I dibsed it. You can go back and listen. I dibsed it. So.
He's going to go edit one in. He's going to come into the shed and be like, dibs, and then edit that in.
That's against Bro Code Law 24 BC, page 32.
That's a beheading right there.
I don't know about you guys, but you did abandon her for a year and a half.
Abandoned. We protected. The real protection she needed.
We are the defenders.
Which clearly you don't know how to use. Protection. Okay. Moving on.
Holy shit.
We could just go on sex and dick jokes all night. It's going to be never ending. Anyways, okay.
So you are traveling, and like I said, the area around in the Underdark was very cleared out by the Darksong Knights, but so is the surface area for quite a ways. Zerosi, you feel quite safe. You're relaying that information to these guys. So it's actually about 2 days of travel through the mountain passes and stuff before you start getting out of the Crystal Mist Mountains officially and into like sort of regular mountains on the border of the Hell Furnaces. On the far horizon, when you're at one of the higher peaks of the passes, when you're higher up, you can see further. In the far distance, you do see sort of an ominous black clouds on the horizon, sort of marking the border of the Hell Furnaces. Sort of just the perpetual spewing of volcanic ash into the air.
Okay, good.
That sounds like it's safe to breathe.
And that's like a normal thing?
Yeah.
Okay, because we've never been here. Okay.
Right, that is, Zerosi lets you know. He's like, that's normal.
Okay.
Don't worry.
That's not like Loth coming in and killing all the peoples and stuff.
No, but you do look to your left and Loth is there, and she's like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah, she's like, oh, hey, what's going on? And then she quickly changes into Zerosi, and I go, ha! I knew it.
And then that was your dream, and you wake up, and you're ready to travel again.
Damn. Okay.
Okay, so continuing travel. After you've been going you're well into the Hell Furnaces now. You've entered in. The sky is just perpetually sort of gray and charcoal black swirling above you. There are just pockets along as you're traveling. There isn't a road that you're traveling on. You're just kind of winding through the mountains, taking passes as best you can. But there are frequent spots on the ground that, there's like little pools of bubbling lava or like hot boiling mud pools and steam vents and...
It's like a hot tub.
Yeah, everything is hot here.
Yeah, and it's uncomfortably hot, but, not going to cause you damage or anything, but it's just not pleasant at all. Okay? And as you continue on, up ahead, you see sort of a mountain valley. And in the valley, several stone huts, crude stone huts, but stone huts that are human-sized.
I'm going to ask Zerosi.
I was not expecting to encounter humans here.
Well, human-sized. It could be elves, could be humans, could be dwarves, could be anybody.
I wasn't expecting to encounter anything but giants in this area.
I'm going to turn to Ovak and be like, Grug doesn't think Zerosi knows what he's talking about.
I feel like he doesn't either, but we'll just let him have his moment. Maybe he can sneak up. Yes?
Yeah.
Zerosi.
Grug think you go invisible?
Is there any movement down by these structures
nope,
that
you
we
don't,
can see?
You don't see. You see there's probably, I'm going to say 6 stone huts. I feel like saying 6 stone huts. Can I say 6?
I'm going to edit whatever number I feel like there. Stay stone huts.
You see 7 stone huts.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, there's like 6 stone huts down there. They're roughly in a circle arrangement. And in the center there is like a fire pit. but there is no fire. There's not even any smoldering stuff coming out of it. Yeah, so there's no sign of anybody outside, no movement.
And you said this was about how far away from us?
Oh, it's quite a ways. I'm going to say 500 feet.
800 feet.
2,000 feet.
In 500 feet, turn left.
How far is this from the place we're going to that I already forgot?
At least a day.
Oh, okay, so it's not like near it. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, if we want to check it out, that's fine with me.
there's no we. You're going to go down there and check it out. We'll wait right here.
The whole 500 feet.
Unless you want us going down there with you, making a buttload of noise.
I don't care, whatever. I'll go down.
There's nobody down there.
Remember the flesh boat and the other huts we saw? Remember that? We all remember the flesh boat.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Painted men start running out of the huts.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway. So what is your hide and move silently? They're probably like 100, so... Okay.
Hide is 95,
Okay.
and move silent is 99.
Woohoo. All right, so Zerosi goes, bloop. He holds down his left control button. The little eyeball appears, and he starts moving down.
Grug forgot he could do that.
All right, so he's moving in there, all sneaky-like, winding away, using the terrain as cover and all this.
See, them being passed out for the last year and a half gave me a spot with actual living things that weren't detecting me, so it's really easy to raise my sneak skill.
All right, so he gets down there. So Zerosi, you are in the sort of in the area in the circle of huts, stone huts.
I want to go to Hut D.
And upon closer inspection, the huts look in bad shape. Some of them actually have parts of their walls caved in from the outside, like knocked in.
Yeah, I guess.
Just pick a hut.
Yeah.
All right, so you kind of go into the first hut, and you see that it's the huts are small, so maybe elf size, maybe dwarf size.
So
maybe?
smaller than it looked, or just you said humanoid. Gotcha. I keep
Correct.
thinking human.
Well, from 5 to whatever, a quarter mile away or whatever, they looked about human size. They weren't giant-sized huts.
Okay.
But upon closer inspection, elf dwarf size. Smaller than, or maybe human children. The whole village of Neebs. But there's no sign of anybody. And when you go in, you do see like pots and pans and stuff, and a little straw bed, not like a pile of hides or something, but an actual bed with like straw in the frame to hold it,
Yeah.
for the cushioning. But nobody's there, and yeah, it looks like there's it's been abandoned for some time.
Okay. I'm gonna just pick one more and quick look in and see if it looks equally been a long time.
So you kind of look around and you go into the next hut, and yeah, once again, it looks like a small residence for like 1 or 2 people at most, but it's been abandoned for quite a while.
All right, I'm gonna go get these guys.
Okay, as you emerge from your second hut, coming from one of the other huts, brushing himself off grumpily, you see a dwarf. And he looks like, he's brushing himself off, stretching a little bit.
Does he notice me?
He doesn't yet.
Okay, I'm gonna dip back into the hut.
Immediately just kind of step
Yep.
back into the hut.
Yeah.
All right, but keeping an eye on him.
Yeah.
Okay. And he kind of looks around, and he's got a big, like, dwarven two-handed hammer over his back. He kind of pulls it out and leans on it like a leaning stick. And he's looking around, sort of dejected, like, defeated, kind of. And then shrugs, picks up his hammer, and starts walking again. Looks like he's walking out of the village.
Is he going in the direction of those guys, or?
No, it looks like he's heading toward the direction you were heading in. So, like, toward the hall of the fire giant.
Is there any, like, recognizable, like, I don't know if you, not necessarily, like,
heraldry or
Yeah.
symbols right now? His armor actually is very soot covered, very, like, there's just stains of ash and soot and charcoal marks all over him, so.
Okay,
Yeah, and his beard is like rusty red, and he's got like a long braided rusty red beard, and his head for on top of his head hair, it's just like a short red mohawk. that is sort of a long ponytail in the back also.
So I am going to attempt to not have him like hear me and notice, and just still go back to these guys and let them know what I saw. Let them know that there was a dwarf, but don't know anything about him yet.
Okay, well, Grug and Ovak, you guys were watching Zerosi down there. So you too see a dwarf emerge from one of the huts.
Okay.
Did you check the hut he emerged from?
I think we've gone back to he's seeing if you guys are doing anything. As soon as that one comes out, and I dip back in.
Right.
That's where we
What
are.
are you doing when he was doing that?
Waiting.
So you just see a dwarf come out and just go, what's Zerosi gonna do?
Yep.
That kind of thing?
Yep.
No, I'm gonna start moving towards the dwarf.
Okay.
God damn it. I'm going to have to follow Ovak. Just leave him to die, man.
The dwarf?
Oh. Or the high elf, whoever, you know.
You have to save one of them.
Yep, save the dwarf.
Dwarf could be the new guide.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys head down there. And like I said, it's still quite a ways. And so all Zerosi's actions transpire. The dwarf starts leaving. You start heading back to the guys. And you actually see Zerosi, you actually see Grug and Ovak coming down toward the village as you start leaving the little village. You see them coming toward you.
And he doesn't notice them when he...
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go up to them then.
Okay, so you guys kind of meet each other.
See if they want to get his attention or anything. I'm not gonna...
I feel like we should just follow for a little bit and see what he does. But maybe this village was attacked by fire giants, and he's gonna go fight, and we can come to his rescue when he starts to lose.
So while I was down there, it very much looked like this had been an abandoned village for a long time.
I feel like we should. Still follow him.
Okay.
He might lead us to where we're going, because you don't really know where we're going, correct? You're just...
Well, he knows where the hall is.
Yeah.
Grug think if it's abandoned, why he here?
I see. We just follow him. See
Grug
what he does.
follow Ovak following dwarf.
Zerosi can follow you.
Grug don't care about Zerosi. He dead to me.
All right, so you guys get back to the village, following the sort of the direction that the other dwarf went. You have lost sight of him because of the mountains and the rocks and stuff, but you know where he was heading. You're assuming he's heading, since it's only about a day away and there's not really a whole lot up in his mountains here. Of course, you didn't know about this little village, but you're assuming he's heading toward the hall for whatever reason. Don't know. So you just kind of keep heading that way in the direction that he was going. All right, so about an hour passes and still no sign of him, so you're assuming you're just kind of heading the same direction. When suddenly a large boulder just kind of rolls, just falls over, not rolls down a hill or whatever, just kind of falls over and blocks the path, which is in between two other large rocks. You kind of had to go in between these two rocks to follow the path. A large boulder just kind of falls over and blocks that path. And you hear a voice. I think you'll be stopping to follow me now.
Grug thinks his accent is funny.
It sounds pretty native. There's a small tribe that I know of that speaks like this.
Oh, so you're the guide now.
Yeah. Well, I do have some knowledge with dwarves, I guess.
Okay, and so you guys glance about, and you see standing up, kind of further up the mountain a little bit, and ahead is that dwarf from the village. And he's looking at you once again, resting on his big two-handed hammer. He's looking down at you, very confidently, but still very dirty.
Where are you heading, my friend? We are just heading in this general direction and looking for traveling partners.
Right, you're heading through the hell furnaces, looking for traveling partners.
Yes, that is what I said.
Because that's a thing. No one does that. Do you take me for a fool?
Well, I mean, we are doing it, so clearly somebody does.
I believe you have other intentions. Whether they're good or bad, I don't know. But you won't be following old Dualto anymore now, will ya?
Yeah, we could get past this boulder. It's not that difficult.
Very well. Well, the boulder was meant to stop you. The boulder wasn't meant to stop you forever. It was just meant to stop you so we can have a wee bit of a conversation.
Okay, converse then. You're just threatening me right now.
That is correct, because I don't know why you're here. I don't know why you're following me. I don't know if you're here to serve the fire giant. I don't know if you're here to battle the fire giant. And I don't know that I can trust you no matter what you say to that.
So, I guess if we were to serve the fire giants, would we be fighting then?
We may be fighting no matter who you're serving.
I think 3 versus 1. The odds are in our favor.
Guess again, you may need to bring more friends. Don't underestimate old Dualto. I've seen my fair share of unsided battles.
I don't know. I got the fire wizard right here.
I'm not afraid of your wee little mage. Oh, he's a... he or she. You can't never tell with those elf fellas. He says, well, regardless, if you don't want to have a fight, and I'm not looking for a fight, but I'm also not afraid of one either. Use. Now he's from he's the Michigan Scottish dwarf.
There you go.
You can just continue your way, and old Walter will wait till you're long gone, and then I'll choose my own path.
But what if the path that you choose is the same path we are traveling?
Well, then you'll be far enough ahead to clear it out for me, so
Maybe
I won't
we'll
have
just
to worry.
hang out and set up camp and wait. I mean, I am looking for a traveling partner.
I see. Looking at your companions, I can see why you might want new ones.
Yes, I agree with that. That is a fair assessment. They are not pretty looking.
Well, I don't know. The wee elf's pretty good looking. I could have some fun with it for a while.
Yeah, we'll sell it to you for $22.50, Sam.
Now, see, if we just continue down the road, we're no longer following, and we're still heading towards the objective.
Why don't you ask him where he's headed?
He's not going to tell us.
Ovak knows dwarves.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like...
So basically, you as players now, not as Ovak, Grug, and Zerosi, the dwarf obviously was doing something in that village back there, and he looked, Zerosi, like I said, he looked sort of defeated, like, grumpy, like he didn't get what he was after kind of thing, and then left the village. Perhaps if you were to go back to that village and search, you know, high wisdom, high intelligence, this is what's coming to you. This is your high wisdom and high intelligence speaking. Maybe you could find what he wasn't looking for, and you could find it, and then that would sort of break the icebreaker kind of thing. But since you don't know what he was looking for, you're hoping that it would be obvious if you did find it.
Yeah, I mean... Because we're not going to... I mean, besides climbing over this rock, we're not going to get by it.
Well, you could go around. Yeah, it would delay you, but it wouldn't stop you.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we'd have to, like, back out and
yeah.
go around. So, I mean, we might as well just go check out and see what's going on in the broken down village.
But what are you going to tell the old Dualto?
Yeah.
Let him think he won?
Yeah, pretty much. Just, you have outsmarted us, friend. Your rock is very big. It's impressive, actually, how you move this.
Yes. My rock is big, so the ladies tell me.
I tip my hat to you and bid you a and I just walk off.
Back the way you came.
Yeah.
Huh. That was easy. And
I
then
just confusedly like look back and forth, and okay.
We follow Ovak. That's what we do. So.
Yeah, I'm the guide now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already determined that. So.
All right, so yeah, Dualto stays up there watching you leave with his big hammer, resting on his big hammer.
Now, do we want to set up camp and, like, Zerosi go and look at the camp just in case he follows us to make sure that he, like, I don't know, that we don't have, I don't know, like just element of surprise, kind of. Like, we just hang out and sit there, and if he watches us, cool. But Zerosi can run off and do camp stuff.
No,
and
I
then come back.
think we just go. And as far as whether, like, setting up camp, that depends on if it gets real late. Well,
It doesn't seem
we're
hostile,
there.
else he would have jumped us.
Yeah, that's true.
He, like, told us to stop following him.
But we were just walking in the same direction.
Oh,
But in the middle of nowhere, I mean,
yeah.
he
That's
has-
the story you're sticking to.
Yeah, they haven't invented cell phones for them to call a friend and just talk while they walk.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, let's just go to the village then.
All right.
See if we can find anything.
So you go back into to the village, the little ruined stone village. Kind of backtrack. It's not that far. I think it was at an hour.
Hour,
Yeah.
I think so.
And as you kind of come up over the ridge and see the village down below, there is now a different scene happening at the village. You see two large fire giants standing there kind of in the middle of the village, and they're kind of talking to each other quietly. I mean, they're a good quarter mile away. You don't really see them or can't hear them really well. But you also see several hellhounds, which are dogs the size of horses that breathe fire and, they have red, fiery eyes. And yeah, very nasty things. There's like 4 or 5 of those. You can't really tell. Maybe 3, 4, or 5. But they're kind of going in and out of the huts and circling around and sniffing around and stuff.
And how many fire giants?
2. But fire giants are bigger and meaner than frost giants. So, well, they're actually not bigger. They're actually shorter, but they're much more sturdy and more difficult opponents than frost giants. And they're immune to fire. So, that's why they're called fire giants. But yeah, they're apparently it's like they're looking for something. And you guys are returning to the village to look for something, and perhaps Dualto was in the village looking for something. We're going to answer those questions next week, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll tell you what they're going to find.
Flapjacks.
No, I was going to say your hammer of returning to their face.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yours is better.
I thought you were talking about like drow elf wives.
But flapjacks would work too.
Flip flap. Flip flap.
Flap, 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 flap.
Is that the noise they make?
It's apparently now. I don't know.